And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80!
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And an alley to run. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
I'm here all day. I'm here.
11.
Watch it.
6-6. Bullet high.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Orbit. Fair. Undercrunch. Snap.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jones, operating from the gun. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy. Bring it. Ready?
Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his man Johnson. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Exit.
Mike's 50. Here we go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. No chance.
Get it.
Jones now to throw on third down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Hunt on second down. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here we go. Like 20.
98 for Mike. Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Hunt. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Under 10, under 10. 65, 65. Go team, spill.
On second down now. It's Hunt, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Right there. It's a party now.
Garoppolo on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
11, 11.
58
Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get that quarterback, D-Rod. Get Hunt.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Let's go.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 180.
All day.
12, fellas, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. A toss play to Hunt. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hey, high 7.
Slam. Mike 50.
Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Now Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
3 down, 3 down.
Go.
Check hot route. Hot.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, box drop.
Mike 50. Record. Hey, alert. Mike.
5.
On 2nd and 7, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Rip left, rip left.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Here we go. Like 20. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Jones now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 37.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones completes it to Coleman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50. 65, 65. 65. Big Griffin.
Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes.
Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
47 is the mic.
And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Next the score, Saints 20, Giants 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Come on, QB, come on. 59's Mike, 59's Mike.
Five.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Going up top for Cup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. 3rd down here.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That one is caught by Hunt, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. On 1st down, Barkley. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, as the first half is winding down, and the Giants have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Hey, they scared. They scared.
White.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here we go, set, 10 logo.
Hey, switch gears.
General West. Hey, wahoo!
52, watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
50 down. 52.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
Ready.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Ready?
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He finds Coleman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This one complete to Coleman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Check it back.
Topper! Hey, Haywood!
Check 50.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They come out here in the eye. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Shit.
80 weapons. Cut. Ready to go. Put up.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. There's Garoppolo to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Check back, check back.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First down.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go, here we go,
So
here we go.
line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Talking about it and bring it.
Shoot.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. The 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
Yo, go.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Saints 34-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Pilot, 64, weak.
Give me some. Here we go.
Look at me. Door.
Crouch. Watch the safety.
Now.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Big series.
Hey, Alpha.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. This to break our 4th quarter tie. Rosas' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
He can't hang.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll go down at the 28. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 for Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. He'll get this one to Kupp. Complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. This is Chase Edmonds, who played his college ball in the Bronx at Fordham. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Hey, Orbit.
Now Garoppolo. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the 4th. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making a play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Leo. 61, matchbox lights. Hey, exit.
Kill. Hey, turn it.
22 jet bomber. Ready.
They'll run it again with Barkley. A beautiful fake.
I'm all over you.
And he's able to get this one all the way.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Mike 52. Check Mike. Check 99. Check 99. Check 24. Check 24. Check 9.
Recon, 132 fighter.
No.
On 1st down, Barkley. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Flush to his right. And incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Giants on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 50. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go, Mike 50.
Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Deep river.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, Slayton. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Ready. 10 Tucson.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
Hey.
Me. 47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
This is Gallman. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints' 49-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
52's the mic, boys. 52's.
Shoot.
Now Jones operating from the gun. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Set. 50. Plant.
50. Double dog, double dog. That's the way. Check 3, check 3.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Hit it.
Operating from the gun, Jones. It's caught, Shepard. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 37. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Saquon Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Down. 8-3.
Check, check, 47. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
Blue draw quarters.
Watch the slant. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Look at me. Zipper.
47's the mic, 47's the mic. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Chance, chance, chance.
6-6. Pull it high.
Check, check, check.
5.
Now Coleman. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, zoom.
5 down, stand up in. 5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Now go.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a giant 1st down on a gain of 16. A gutsy decision there, going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
Set.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Stand up in.
Ready?
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Jones on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
Bring it over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game.